Alright, so hello everyone. So today I'm going to review my Mattel Ultimate Edition Undertaker. So this is him right here. Let's take a quick look at him. This is my Ultimate Undertaker. Alright, so this guy comes with two extra heads and several extra hands. But for now, these are the ones I chose to put for this initial review. So let's take a look at him right here. There he is. Undertaker. This is his default head. And first and foremost, I'm just gonna get you through that. Yeah, in the beginning, I was on the fence whether I should get this figure or not, because a lot of people said he kind of looked like Michael Jackson, at least in the prototypes. But sometimes when I look at him from certain angles, he does look like Michael Jackson, but not in all angles. He still looks more like Undertaker. And also, I heard stuff that his waist was kind of too narrow. And had this triangular shape. I mean, I'm used to Undertaker having like a straight body, like a tree trunk. But this one grew on me, and eventually I decided to get him because basically I wanted to have a figure of the Undertaker who fought Kane in WrestleMania 14, and this is the guy. So, I digress a bit, but let's go back to the review. So this is Undertaker Ultimate Edition. So let's show you some of the joints. Let's just show you some of the stuff you could do with this guy. So first of all, his head can turn around, and you can pop it off. Whoop, that's a pop there, because he's got swappable heads. I'll get to that in a bit. And you just snap it back in there, pop it back in there. So that's what he can do. The head can do the full 360. He's got these, butterfly joints right here, so you can really stretch his hand out. So if you want to do like his choke slam gesture, he could definitely do it like this, you know, when he kind of waits for someone to get up for the choke slam. Alright, so that's that. He's got some double joints on his elbow. You can't see them because it's covered up, but yeah. So if he didn't have this elbow pad, he could really curl his hand. His wrists are on a ball socket, so whoop, 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 whoop. And they're also swappable. See, take a look. Pop. They're out. You could put another hand in it. So I'll show you later on. But let's pop that back in. Alright, he also has an ab crunch. Goes around that far back, that far front. You can do the full 360 with his waist. Right over there. He's got the ball and sockets over here. So you can really do like that with his leg. You can also twist his thighs, like an Elite. So the Elites have that too. The Mattel Elites have that too. Then he's got the double jointed knee. So you can curl the lower part. You can curl the top part. So a full curl on that knee. Very good. You can also swing around his legs. You know, you could pretend he's got a broken leg like that. Oh! Yeah, you could do that. He's got a little bit of a rocker on his ankle. And yeah, he's got this little toe joint too. So the Elites don't have this, the Ultimates have this, but they can do this. And I believe you can also, bend that ankle down up. So those are the joints that this Undertaker has. So now let's just look at the other stuff about him. Let's take a look at the other stuff this guy has. So this guy's got nice detailing. So he's got all these cool crosses, or they look like asterisks, but yeah, they're kind of like an X with these buckle belts. And there's nice detailing right there. You could really see those buckles and all those studs. They look really nice, right? Now he's got these rubbery elbow pads. They're soft, which is the same material as the top part of his wrestling gear. I don't know, it's a tunic. Yeah, but technically this thing, everything is hard plastic except for the elbow pads, the hair, and this top part. So yeah, it's glued on, but it's soft. Squishy, squishy. You can see it's soft. It's glued on, but nice detailing other than that. So this is the same Undertaker from the WrestleMania 14. This was his ring gear. He's got additional accessories, which I'll show you. And I think this is the same Undertaker as the one who chokeslammed Mick Foley in that Hell in a Cell match. Yeah, the same attire. That's why I said when this Ultimate Edition came out, I decided to get him because, you know, this is that Undertaker. So let's look at the side of his legs. Very nice detailing. Look at all that. Nice paint job. All those buckles, all those X designs. Pretty good. Pretty good. There. And even here on this shoulder, he's got them. All the studs are very nice. Very nice figure. And from afar, it looks pretty good. And you can get a lot of decent poses with him. So I can do his little Undertaker genuflecting thing. So let's get it done. kind of like this. The figure has enough joints to do some nice poses, so you could get him to do this when it's like all hail darkness pose. You know, there he is. It poses pretty nicely. It's a very nice pose over there. So it's a good figure in that sense. Nice posability. Now the next thing I'll be showing you is the different accessories he comes with. So as mentioned, Undertaker comes with extra hands. So you've got these hands. So he's got this hand that's kind of open, so you can make him hold a chair. If you got a chair, you could fit it through there. You can pop him in. He's got this other hand that's slightly wider. So right now, this is the left version of that. I got the right version on mine. So this is his choke slamming hand. So I want to put a little bit more distance. And then besides from these hands, he's got these ones also. He's got this thumb hand. Yeah. And then he's got his other left hand, which is narrow, so for chair holding. There, get a good view of it. So the thumb hand, in case you guys are wondering, yeah, it's very easy to pop them in. Just pop it off, put it in. The thumb hand, you know, if you're wondering what's that for, it's for his slit throating. So it can also do like an Rob Van Dam. I'm just kidding, couldn't resist, but it's for when he does his slit throat. So you put the thumb hand over here, and then this flat hand over there. Undertaker used to kind of go like this before he does the tombstone. He slits his throat. So as you can see, it looks pretty good. Like, oh, calling for the tombstone. So that's why he's got those hands. Although this hand looks funny because it's like he's going 5 times. Yeah, I couldn't resist with that. That's my first thoughts when I got that hand. But they look good together when you can kind of make him do a tombstone pose, a pre-tombstone pose, slashing his throat like that. So those are the extra hands. So yeah, he comes with 2 extra pairs. He also comes with two extra heads. So let's look at this head. Yeah. So this is his head where it's his eyes are rolled back and his tongue is sticking out. That's how it looks sideways. It looks pretty good. My only comment here is he kind of looks like 2006 Undertaker, or 2000. He kind of looks like the old Undertaker, based on the hairdo. So I kind of feel weird when I put it in the 90s body, because this is like the 90s Undertaker body. It's like, yeah, he kind of looks like the more modern Undertaker, the guy who used to fight Batista. But you could put it in. Let's try it right now. Pop. So there he is with that head. Now that I'm seeing it with this head, it doesn't look that bad. So let's make him do his little evil genuflecting. And it actually looks pretty good with this head, come to think of it. So there it is. Yeah, tribute to the creatures of the night. So on retrospect, yeah, looking back, it looks pretty good now, come to think of it. You could give me your thoughts, but yeah, it looks good with that head. Although, yeah, that's my thing. He kind of looks like the older Undertaker. The one from 2006. Yeah. So that's head number 2. Sticking out his tongue and no eyelids. I meant no eyeballs, they're rolled back. This is his other head. There. Kind of looks like 90s Undertaker, I guess. And his eyes are open, and yeah, he still kind of looks like 2006, 2007 Undertaker. The guy was fighting Batista a little bit, or the guy fighting Kali. But, this is more of his neutral face Undertaker. So let's put it in. So just a matter of popping it out. Let's put the other head in. There it is. Kind of looks like pensive Undertaker, like, what am I doing? Yeah, it's a neutral face Undertaker. It also looks good, come to think about it, but still, the head that I like the most, let's pop it out, is this head. Wet hair Undertaker, because he really looks like the Undertaker who fought Kane, except in WrestleMania 14, except he doesn't have that teardrop. You could paint it on if you like, but I guess I won't. I'll just leave it as is, but you know, if I feel like it, I can always put it. So those are his extra heads. Not bad. Not bad at all. So now I'm gonna show you his costume. Ken has a costume change. So he comes with this. This is the costume that I said he comes with. It's that WrestleMania robe from WrestleMania 14. The one where he came coming in with those druids, and you know, when he first faced off with his brother Kane. So it looks pretty good. Let's just take a look at it. The detailing is nice, all those straps. You know how you put it in, you just put his arms through and then you tab these parts. 3 tabs, collar and 2 in the chest. Once you do that, it's securely fit on him. So it's molded rubber and the cape is cloth, felt cloth. And look at the detailing in the back, it's pretty nice. All those straps and studs here. Kind of looks like an evil vampire vest. So I'm gonna put it on him in a few, but yeah, just take a look at that. That's his vest accessory, vest and cape accessory. So I'm gonna put it on him. So that's him wearing it, and it looks good when he wears it. It looks really Prince of Darkness type of look. So it looks good. So this is the time where he came out in WrestleMania 14. He was walking, and those druids were going, and they were playing that music. Do, 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 do. Good. I have to admit, it looks good with this costume, and you can imagine posing him like this, sort of. He's about to enter the ring, and let me just push this deeper. Yeah, he's about to enter the ring, and he's making the lights go back on. He's going like this. Yeah, the Lord of Darkness, the Prince of Darkness. Yeah, I remember JR calling the Prince of Darkness when he was walking down there. There he is. Looks good. Looks good with this costume. That flapping cape looks excellent. So you could recreate that scene where he stared down his brother Kane, and they look good together. So this is my Elite Kane, one of my earlier Elite Series Kane, and this is how he stacks up to his big brother Undertaker. And yeah, I have to admit, they look pretty awesome together. Look at that. Yeah, they look good. Although Taker looks a little bit taller. I don't know. I'm gonna put them in together. Yeah, Taker looks slightly taller, a smidgen taller. Or maybe it's the way they're lean. I think they're about the same height. So that's them together. That's pretty good. The Birds of Destruction. And yeah, this is the ultimate Undertaker wearing his costume. So I'm going to compare him a bit with Kane. I'm just going to take this costume off. Here they are. That costume is a little hard to put on. It's a little stiff. But you know, popping Undertaker's head off really helps. Makes the whole process a little bit easier. But anyways, here they are together, the Brothers of Destruction. So you could always, this is the reason why I got this Undertaker, because I wanted to, you know, sort of pose them or play with them together to recreate that WrestleMania scene. So now that we see them together, they are about the same height. But I think a while ago, now that I securely planted his head in, I think Kane is just a smidgen taller. Or they're pretty much the same height, roughly.
A reluctant look in the eyes of the Undertaker. And they go out on. Not a reluctancy out of fear, King.
If you can see, their legs are both close. Yeah, they're roughly the same height as each other. I think, yeah. I think Taker looks a little bit taller because of the puffiness of this rubber piece. And, you know, his head's a little bit higher. But I heard that Mark Calloway really is a little bit taller than Kane, than Glenn Jacobs. I think Glenn Jacobs wore those platform shoes to make him look a little bit taller. But yeah, so this is pretty good. He is just about as muscular as Kane is. When you see it here, yeah, I can see where some of those people were saying that his waist is a little bit narrow. And it looked more obvious in the pictures, but in the actual toy, it's more forgivable. It still looks pretty good. So overall, I think I think it's a good figure. So that's my Ultimate Undertaker with my Elite Kane. So let's pose him up a bit. Well, these Mattel figures are fun to pose. And it is a nice pose that I got to make them do. That's Kane chokeslamming his brother. So, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. This figure looks nice to pose being chokeslammed and looks nice. I'm gonna pose him next him doing a chokeslam. So overall, it's pretty good. Let's see if he can do a chokeslam pose. Oh, yeah. He can take a chokeslam, he can dish one out. So yeah, this figure's pretty cool. He could hold up Kane pretty well. Kane's a big figure. So that's pretty good. This figure can do a nice pose. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Alright, right here we have the box. So this is the box he comes with. Pretty good, substantial box. Here. Undertaker. Ultimate Edition. Ultimate articulation for authentic posability. Yes, yeah, he is posable. Take it from me, he's posable. He's pretty fun to pose. Now let's look at the side. We got a nice little picture of Undertaker looking all menacing there. So that's a nice picture. No picture here, just his name. From the top, ooh, rest in peace. So when you open him and bring him out, you see a rest in peace there. That's a nice touch. And let's look at the back. The back has the toy doing that, you know, the iconic pose from WrestleMania 14. It's got the chokeslam that I was trying to recreate, that I was able to recreate more or less. Not bad. Him chokeslamming his brother Kane, and you can read some stuff here. A superstar who defined WWE for exactly 3 decades, Undertaker spent his career taking souls and digging holes. The dead man commanded respect and fear using mystical mind games before he destroyed his victims. After all, anyone going toe-to-toe with the Phenom would soon rest in peace. So, yeah, some right up there. And some of his accomplishments and other facts. So he's 6'10", he's from Death Valley. His finisher is the Tombstone. And at the time of this, he had accomplished being WWE champion. That's a nice shot of him chokeslamming his younger brother Kane. So that's the box. Not bad. Pretty good. So my final thoughts on the figure are, it's a good sculpt. A lot of nice accessories, and it can do a lot of poses. Pretty good. I like the way it looks, the sculpt, the details. Even what it comes with, it's good. The extra heads and the cape. I think the only thing that I find kind of weird is this shape here. It's kind of triangular looking, but it's forgivable. So yeah, the proportions seem a little bit wonky for me, but if you want that, but I still like it. You know, I got it mainly for the reason that it's the Undertaker from that awesome WrestleMania 14 where he first fought Kane, and that's mainly why I got this guy. And in that department, he's pretty good. He's nice to play with. He's nice to pose. You could get him on some pretty cool angles, kind of menacing poses, different menacing poses. And overall, he's not bad he's not bad. He's a good piece of your collection. So, anyways, that's all I gotta say. So, thanks for watching. Bye for now.